Hey there, Bob here. We got 6 week prep going on. In this episode, I don't want to say episode. In this video, you'll see everything we got going on between my car, Chuck's car, and then Rick's at his house. So we'll sprinkle some of that in there and see all the thrashing. Not as much as we usually have, I feel, but still a lot to do. So we leave in, what, 3 days?
Yeah, 3 days.
We leave in 3 days. So a couple more things to do. Everybody's car runs. That's a plus, I think, compared to some times. You'll see everything we're still going through. Finally got the push rods in for Manton, so we're starting to put the valve train together now. I kind of mocked it up a little bit at the house, or at Rick's house, to take advantage of as much time as possible. One of the upgrades we are doing is we're going to a Manton rocker arm. It's a lot better unit than the ones he had on there before. Heavier, but I don't think we'll have a problem like we did last time. So we're trying to button all that stuff up. Got the new, got the rebuilt blower drive on now, and the new Pro Chargers here. So we're just trying to button up as much stuff as we can right now to get him ready, and then one step closer. Cutting it close as always, but I think that's what you're supposed to do. So if you're prepared, you're doing it wrong.
So before we finish buttoning up the motor, putting the valve covers back on, I have to say something about these rockers. They're absolutely just jewelry. I mean, they are really beautiful, really robust, super strong, and Manton did a phenomenal job at these, and they got them out same day. I got them in 2 days, all the way from California. Also got our push rods in from them yesterday, so that took only a couple days as well. Once we got those in, once we got the rockers in, Bob measured for push rods, called them up, and they shipped them out within a couple days, and a couple days to get here. So you got it. I mean, they're just absolutely beautiful pieces here.
Go ahead and crank it again. We can watch under here, I guess. Oh, it looks normal.
Okay. How many rod bolts did you work?
I don't know.
Maybe that's the problem.
16, I hope.
I'm gonna put gears on here so we can make the right amount of boostices. Preferably the right amount of boostices. I think that's how they go.
That's where I probably
Yeah,
measured.
that's right. So we're trying to get it running, and I think we had a crank sensor issue. Hopefully we had a crank sensor issue. I diaged some stuff that I didn't actually need to diag, but I learned. So that's the most important thing, when you learn something from when you do things. So we're going to try it again, and hopefully we have heat in the pipes. I don't want to say fire because, you know, we're still a little skittish of that. But hopefully we have some heat in the pipes and it runs. And we can lock down the cam sync and wait for Logan to get here with some waterless coolant and antifreeze, make a lower radiator hose, and then actually get some real heat in it. So let's see if this works. Ready? Just watch your ears, Tom, just in case.
Okay. Oh, farted.
You ready?
Yep. Backfire's good, intake pretty good there.
Sound okay? No knocking? No oil, no connecting rods on the ground?
Nothing yet.
Okay.
So loud, I didn't know what just happened.
At least we have the mufflers on it.
Yeah.
So let me see how close our cam sync was. See if we need to nudge it or not. At least that was something.
Yes. That's awesome.
And the injector driver still works. So did a lot of stuff in the very, very short off season that we had. You guys seen the tear down on the motor. So pretty much the only thing we kept from the old motor is the block, the crank, temporarily the crankshaft or the camshaft, the valve covers and intake. Getting a new intake for it also, just not done in time. Same thing with the camshaft. Everything else is new in the motor, around the motor. Something else that connects to the motor, in the front of it, we have a new blower. We went from a 112 to a 130, so that's extremely exciting. We also have a backup, also very exciting. Behind it, we have our new transmission from Perfect Converter. It's still Power Glide, still the same gear ratio, just all new case. A couple other new parts, also powder coated from Padilla Coatings, which is really cool. I don't know. It looks cool. Probably won't get. Hopefully, don't get to see it very often, but it looks cool for now. Until we start covering it in parts washer or parts cleaner and making it all white or whatever. But it's bright orange. It looks really cool. Replaced that radiator over there. A couple new hoses. On drag week, we had an issue with a fan going bad. It kind of rubbed the core a little bit. I didn't really like it. I wanted to change it, so we changed it. But it's not, you don't just buy the radiator and bolt it on. So we had to weld a bunch of stuff to it and make some changes. But it's on there, almost identical to what we had before. So happy about that. All new brake pads for our TBM brakes. So one of the other things we did was an all new window net situation. So same window net, but the release that's from Hammer Concepts and Design, which is really cool. The reason why I changed that is towards the end of last year, one of the last couple times I had it out, the pin for the release mechanism actually kind of just exploded in the staging lane. So we kind of stuck a pin in there, a linch pin, and made it work for the rest of the year. But I wanted to change that. Obviously, safety is huge, but I wanted to change that. Also, make sure that it passes tech. We did a lot of other little things, such as catch can for the blower. Before, I just kind of had the line shoved somewhere. We actually put a catch can on it now. Something so we can monitor stuff, or just it might even be an easier way to fill it. We were talking about upgraded the alternator. With that, Mike Long made me a bigger alternator bracket. I was really kind of restricted to what size alternator I could run. So now we have a much larger one, and we can actually charge, I think it's 151 amps at idle, compared to before I think we were at 75 amps at idle. That's going to be huge because we were running into that issue with all the fans and water pumps. I'm running about 109, 110 amps at idle. So I needed something bigger. So now I have something bigger. We also replaced the windshield. There's a lot of scratches on it from the old hood. Plus I got it used, so there's scrapes and scratches, and the window tint wasn't good, so we actually got this one from Optic Armor. Replaced both rear side windows to Optic Armor. Safety for one, weight obviously for another. Wrapped by SB, got me all new stickers for those, added a couple stickers to it, so we got all that done. We still have the rugged radio set up in this, so obviously I think I've kind of talked about it before, but the rugged radio setup is really awesome. We can actually have all four of us have our headsets on. We can listen to music, listen to the directions, turn-by-turn directions, but we can also communicate with other cars. This also works on the track, so whenever my starting line crew can tell me things or tell me what to do or what knob to turn. Added the RPM switch to the dash, so we actually have adjustment there, which is really cool. Added a trailer brake axle to the trailer and a brake controller inside the car, new shifter mount. To make it easier to remove the dash, move the 600 box so we can get to that easier. If you watch the video on drag week, you can see us in the car. I think Cadillac Sean was actually upside down in the car trying to unplug that box to plug in a new one on the side of the road. So I needed something simpler, so I changed that. There's a lot of new control arms, rear control arms. Marty got me over another set of control arms for the rear. The lowers were been in there since 2019 when the car's been together. Couldn't tell you how many passes or how many miles has been on it, but a lot. So we wanted to replace those for sure. Decided just to replace the uppers with it at the same time. So all new arms, new joints, everything new there. And cleaned all the old rubber off the back. That's probably 5 pounds in rubber. And vacuumed the car out. For the most part, I think that's about it. I shouldn't say about it because it's a lot of stuff. But we got to finish wrapping up a few things. Got to finish up the control arms. Make sure the front end fits with the new heads and everything. So went to a Brodix head, so they changed the angle of some stuff. So I want to make sure the headers still fit. Out the fenders, snug all that up, and get started on the trailer. So we have to change out the trailer brake or the trailer axle and that, and get it stocked and ready for next week.
All right, I didn't have to do much to my car to get it ready for sick week. Had a couple upgrades. We did. I'm getting away from the roof rack and going to a trailer for the first time. So I had Darren over at Tank Fab make me a trailer hitch. He also added a bumper support because I noticed mine was kind of not happy. He aligned it and checked a bunch of things over for me to make it so hopefully we go straight this time. A couple other things we did. Finally, I'm going to have an air filter on the street. So we made like a makeshift deal. It runs a little filter we'll put on. Put the rugged radios in, so now I can talk to everybody while we're cruising around and at the starting line and down the track. Did a fire suppression. Finally got that done. And then new seat belts, new window net from White. Trying to think, there's not much more that I really did do. I still need to do like an oil change and a couple random things like that before we go. But mine didn't need much. Mostly focused on Chuck's and Rick's. So, I also cut an opening in my grill. Try to get some fresh air to the turbo, and then I'm trying to see if that will let me slip into Super Street instead of modified. I've always gone in modified, but didn't have a grill opening or anything. They put me in that the first time I did a drag week, and I just kind of stayed there. I still have stock style suspension in the back, so I really probably shouldn't be in modified based on that, but that's where they put me and that's where I've been. So we're going to try to go down to Super Street and go from there. Also running a street tire this time instead of the drag radials. That's another reason why I want to go to the trailer. Trying to hopefully secure my advanced ET license when we get down there. My advanced ET license when we get down there. Thanks, Chuck. Thanks for coughing like I would.
Try again.
Appreciate it.
Start from scratch.
No. Now try a sneeze.
I do have to sneeze.
Do it as loud as you can.
I'll wait till you're done.
No, do it during it. It'd be better. I'm going to try to do my advanced ET license when I'm down there. I was given some bad information that I can do my passes at a non-NHRA track. That is false. It has to be an NHRA track. So got medical and everything out of the way. I just got to do my passes now. So I'm hoping to get that done Sunday and get everything mailed off and be good for Tuesday. So we'll see what happens. Talking about what's wrong? Why did Rick mess up?
Scratch up my pipes. You don't see it anywhere. It's not the very first thing you see.
It's not focusing. It's not focusing.
Press it.
Oh yeah, there it is.
All like carnage.
Coils don't match. It's not nitpick my car though, okay? Oh, there's a scratch right here. Man, Chuck, and right here.
It's an ink salt.
Doesn't match.
It will. Just gotta let it dry and throw some dirt on it. Perfect.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.